So, guys, we are finally here talking about a movie that I have been wanting to talk about since I saw it. Now, again, this is a very probably not that good of a movie that was being shown in theaters and everything due to what's going on. But we have Alone, starring Tyler Posey, Summer Sproul, as well as Donald Sutherland. Now, Tyler Posey plays as Aiden, who is a regular guy, wakes up in this crazy pandemic world of these mind flushing zombies, or whatever you want to call them, attacking all over the world. And he has to survive in this world now in his apartment. And he goes through, we pretty much see a lot of what could possibly happen today in this movie. And I'm going to go into that as close as possible, because the initial story is he doesn't know exactly what happened to his family. He's trying to get in contact with them. Of course, everything's down. Everybody on the news, because they keep repeating it, until the power goes out. They're saying you can last without food longer than you can with water. And at points in the movie, he pretty much just lets himself go. Like he was clean shaven, he grows a beard. He, wrecked his entire apartment just to survive. He moves his refrigerator to his door to reinforce it. He has to make sure that no one is able to get on his balcony. He's trying to make sure no one's able to get through his vents as well. So the entirety of this movie, he's on guard. And what's really crazy is we see where he unfortunately goes through like a very big depression of being literally alone. He doesn't know if anyone else is alive. He finds out one point in the movie that his family was killed. He hears it on a voicemail that his mom left him. Don't know if they are truly alive or if they returned. Same thing with his sister. And then it kind of goes through different parts of the movie where there's memories. Now, when there's a beginning part of the movie where he pretty much, he's gone like 42 days on his own, and he pretty much just gives up, and he's like, I can't do this no more, and he wants to commit suicide. But then he sees a girl across from him who he finds out her name is Eva, and they start talking through different means, start through different writing, like for a picture board. And then he later finds a walkie-talkie, and that's how he's able to commune with her as well. But Tyler Posey really did really interesting character. This character of just trying to survive in this world and have to deal with a lot of depression, anxiety, being scared, because pretty much I don't think he really had to act too much because of what's going on in the real world as of recording this video. Now, again, Donald Sutherland does come across this movie probably at the tail end of the movie, who find out is another survivor, but not as pure as he seems. And we also see where Aiden and Ava, they pretty much do come very close, because again, they're the only two that they know that are alive in their complex. And Aiden's having to go through different apartments to loot for food and water just to survive, because if he goes outside, there is a big possibility he could be infected, or he may not be able to get back into his apartment, because every time he gets out of his apartment, there is a big fear of him either getting turned or again being killed or something else happening. And now that Ava's involved, he's trying to make sure that she stays alive as well, because he's having to look after her, because apparently they repeat patterns. There is parts of the movie where she states that they are constantly at her door, banging on it, as well as trying to get in. There's times at his door as well as constant, because again, with him making noise, and they try not to make a whole lot of noise due to they're able to listen in very well, and they also apparently know what they're doing to a certain degree, but at the same time they want to die because of what they've become. So overall, this movie was very interesting. There is a possible sequel in works the way it ended, because the way it does end, which I'm not going to try to give too much away, does leave room for a sequel to where either they could stay where they are, or they could possibly move on to another location to survive. Because there's a scene where Tyler Posey states where, if we hold out, maybe we can outlast them, where they just die of hunger, and it could possibly happen. And there is a theory of that, but then there is another line that Donald Sutherland does really deliver, and I gotta hand it to him. He really does deliver this line where they start talking because he goes into this one apartment and he finds Donald Sutherland and they have this little conversation where the guy that was living there, he doesn't even know, maybe this guy had a wife or something, and he basically just states, it looked like the guy committed suicide. And he also states, okay, well, what if, you know, you were with this person and they were everything to you and they knew who you were, and you just look right back at them and you know what they're looking at, and vice versa. And then when they get bit and they turn, they look at you with this hate and everything. And it was really interesting the way he delivered that line. And I really liked it because, again, it does give a lot of perspective of what could possibly happen in the world as of right now, and also what you go through on a daily basis just trying to survive. Because at the end of the day, you have to do what you got to do to survive. You have to make sure that you're alive, not just for yourself, but for your family, but for someone that is keeping you alive. Whether, again, it could be your family, it could be a girlfriend, boyfriend, your son, your daughter, cousin, a friend, someone that is keeping you alive to keep going, to keep fighting. And that's pretty much what this movie was pretty much, even if you're alone, there is still a way to keep fighting. And I think they delivered this movie very well, due to the fact of, a lot of people are dealing with this in the real world, dealing with being alone, not being able to talk to nobody, being cornered off from your family, friends in the world, feeling like, the world is not going to get any better. And that's pretty much what this movie really showed. I think they delivered it quite well. And I'm really eager to see if they're going to be doing a second film, which, again, there is possibility for a second film. By the way they ended, there is a possibility for a second film, to see once again if they are going to be able to move out of that place and be able to deliver it in another meaning. Which, what I mean is are they going to be able to survive? Are they going to be able to get out of the apartments? Are they going to be able to hold off till the pandemic either gets worse or lighter? It really makes you wonder how this movie will go forward, because, again, it could just be one of those movies where it's one and done, and possibly that could be it. But at the same time, there's always room for improvement, I think, in every movie, whether it is a one and done film, or at the same time, if you look at holes, it could possibly still go further. Now, again, with this world, I'd like to see this movie go further, but especially with the way they ended it. It really didn't go into detail of how the virus happened. It didn't really go into how people were turned, other than just, of course, being bit or something. They didn't really go very far into that. So I'm really looking forward to see if they go further with this franchise. And, again, it wasn't the best movie. There was a little bit of action. There was more drama than anything else. It was more thriller based. It wasn't really much of a horror film. It was more of a thriller film, as well as also more of a drama film as well. So overall, 1 out of 10, I have to give this movie probably I'll say probably a 6.5 or 7. I think that's very fair, or more than fair. It's only an hour and 30 minutes, a little more than that. Again, you can watch this online. That's how I was able to watch it. But if you want to go pick up the DVD, or if you want to watch it on another platform such as Amazon Prime, Vudu, it is available, even though you have to pay. But overall, I think you probably wait till the DVD comes out, or go pick up the DVD, or watch it on Netflix or Tubi or Hulu or Vudu, even when it comes out and it's for free. So it ain't one of those you really gotta see right away. But if you're a fan of Tyler Posey's work, or even Donald Sutherland's work, or someone of that nature, give it a try and let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. If you guys even seen this film or even heard this film. Again, this film did not get a lot of recognition, so I don't know how many people are going to know about this film. So let me know regardless of what you guys thought. Hope you guys enjoyed the review as well. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Stay safe out there. Let's be kind in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the comments and in the next video. I'll see you later.